Hello and welcome to Chair Yoga. My name is Debbie Mormon and this class is brought to you by Family Care Health Centers in St. Louis, Missouri. Welcome, welcome. We're going to do a little Spring Equinox focus today. So as usual, please listen to and respect your body. We're going to be doing some standing flowing moves today. I'm also going to offer an option of getting on the floor today. So if that is not within your scope of practice, I will offer some options of how to modify that for you. But I just thought I'd give you a warning. Great. So let's take a minute to get centered, remembering to make any modifications necessary for you today. So go ahead and find an easy seated position. Check that the ankles are directly under the knees, the shoulders directly over the hips, the spine lengthens, the crown of the head reaches up towards the ceiling, the shoulders relax down away from the ears. Lower your gaze or close your eyes. And just allow yourself to drop into the body. Allow the focus to be on your breath. So we've all heard that if our environment is a mess, so is our mind, and vice versa. Or a home or office that's full of clutter will likely have a similar effect on our mind, which will take on characteristics of being overwhelmed or overburdened. Likewise, when our minds are overrun by thoughts, ideas, deadlines, and to-dos, our environment will usually be a mirror image of what's going on inside of our internal world. So taking the time to clear out the old thoughts and ideas from our mind is an essential ingredient to keeping our head on straight and focused on things that are new, fresh, inspiring, and purposeful. In nature, spring represents the cycle of birth with the thawing of ice and budding of new flowers. It's the beginning stages of nature waking up after a long, deep rest and stretching her arms to greet a new season. So too can we explore the metaphor of waking up in the springtime after retreating inward for the past several months to rest and recharge. What thoughts or ideas in our mind are ready to be pruned, and what fresh new ones are waiting to be birthed? So as we flow through class today, be thinking about the thoughts that can be put to rest, which leave the space for new inspiration. We'll take 4 rounds of 4, 7, 8 breathing. I'll count you through the first 2 and we'll take the second 2 in silence. So go ahead and let all your breath out. Slow inhale through the nose, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale out the mouth, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale through the nose, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale through the mouth, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 more like that, 4, 7, 8. you're finished, just resume normal breathing. If you're not familiar with that 4-7-8 breathing and don't practice it regularly, sometimes you can feel a little lightheaded when you do that breathing exercise. But please know, the more you do it, the less dizzy you get when you do it. I do 4-7-8 breathing twice a day, once in the morning, once before bed. It's a great tool to help you get to sleep. Or if you wake up during the night and you're struggling to get back to sleep, that's a great practice to try. Or anytime you're feeling anxious or overwhelmed, or if somebody is pushing your buttons, that's a great breathing exercise to do. 4 rounds, 4-7-8 breathing. There's lots of information on it on YouTube. So you can Google 4-7-8 breathing and learn a little bit more about it if you're interested. All right, so let's scooch a little forward to the seat of your chair. We're going to bring our hands to our knees. The feet are about hip-width distance apart, and we're just going to start with cat-cow to warm up the spine. So on an inhale, arch the back, draw the shoulder blades together, chin lifts slightly. And on an exhale, reverse that. So widen the shoulder blades, round the back, chin drops. And we'll flow with our breath. So on an inhale, we take cow pose. And on an exhale, we take cat pose. And just flow with your breath at your pace. Slow breaths. Take one more round. Come on back to neutral. We're going to release the hands more to our thighs. And we're going to drop into cat pose. So we scoop out the belly, round the back, chin drops, and then we're going to take the hands to our forehead and press the hands into the head into the hands. This is great for what I like to call tech neck, when we're on our devices too much. So hopefully your necks will feel good after this. Good. Release. Come back up to neutral. And then we're going to take cow pose, and we're going to bring the fingers to the neck. And we're just going to find either side of the spine and press there while the chin is lifted. And release. Come back up to neutral, and we'll do both of those one more time. So we're going to take that cat pose. We're going to bring the hands to the forehead and press. And lift it back up to neutral. And take your cow pose. Fingers find the neck and press into the neck on both sides of the spine, cervical spine. And gently release up. And just notice how that neck feels. And we'll heel toe the feet and the legs together. We're going to take the back of the left hand to the outside of the right knee. We're going to reach back for the back of the chair with the right hand. And we're going to lengthen the spine. And then we're going to take the gaze over the left shoulder. And hold here for a few slow, deep breaths. Low belly's drawn in to protect the spine. We're staying in the twist, gazing over the left shoulder. Good. Gently release out. And we'll take it on the other side. So now the back of the right hand comes to the outer left knee. Left hand reaches back and we find a twist to the left. Inhale, lengthen the spine. And exhale, gaze over the right shoulder. So the chin lifts a little bit here. This is another nice one for the neck. Slow, deep breaths. Slowly release out. And we're going to take the feet back wide again. We're going to extend both arms straight out to the side. And then we're going to bring the left elbow under the right elbow. And your options are to have the hands grab opposite shoulders, or the backs of the hands come together, or the palms touch for eagle arms. So let's take a breath in here. And on an exhale, we're going to find a little bit of a cat pose. So the back rounds, belly scoops, and the chin drops. Good. On an inhale, rise it up, extend the arms back out. And now we're going to put the right elbow under the left elbow. Hands grab shoulders, backs of hands, palms, it doesn't matter, just offering options. Lengthen the spine. Take a breath in, and on an exhale, round the back, a little bit of a cat pose, chin drops, elbows come in toward the chest. Good. Inhale, release it out, shake out the arms, the shoulders. And we're going to interlace the fingers, extend the palms away from you, straight out in front, relax the shoulders down. And on an inhale, bring the hands straight up over your head. And we're going to hold the arms here so the palms are facing toward the ceiling or the sky. And we're just going to take the head side to side so we look left and right. Still kind of trying to be nice to these necks of ours. Just side to side, nice and slow. And then come back to neutral. Take the gaze up. And on an exhale, release the interlace of the hands. Take the arms wide, out and down. And then we're going to interlace the fingers the opposite way. So it's the side that feels a little bit unusual, not your primary side. And we'll do the same thing. So extend both arms forward, palms face the front wall. Then on an inhale, it extends straight up over the head. And palms are pushing up towards the ceiling, and we'll again take the gaze side to side. So the head is just turning left and right. Good. Inhale, take the gaze up to the hands. And then on an exhale, release the arms out wide and down. Finding our perfect posture here. So maybe you even take the fingers to the very top of your head and see if you can just play with it and find that spot where your head is directly over your shoulders. So when we're on our devices with the technology things, our head tends to be in front of the heart. Right now we're trying to really balance the head directly over the shoulders, over the heart. Spine is long and straight, shoulders are back and down. Holding that perfect posture for a couple breaths. Nice. So this is what we should all strive for all the time with our posture. It's hard. We tend to slump. All right, so keeping that nice posture, we're going to bring the right arm straight up in the air by our right ear. Then we're going to bend that right elbow. So the right hand is reaching toward the middle of your shoulder blades. Chin stays lifted for a tricep stretch. Breathing. The left hand can grab the right elbow to help intensify the stretch or not. Good. Gently release out and extend that right arm forward like you're saying stop. So the fingers are up towards the ceiling. Take a breath in here, and then on an exhale, drop the fingers down to the floor, and the left hand gives a little gentle pressure on the top of the right hand. And release. Other side. So left arm extends up by the left ear, left elbow bends. Left hand is reaching for the middle of the back, stay there, or maybe the right hand grabs the left elbow to help stabilize the stretch or intensify the stretch. Chin stays lifted. And breathe into that left tricep. Breathing in the new ideas and fresh inspiration, and when you exhale, you're letting go of the things that are no longer serving you. Good. Gently release, and we're going to extend the left arm straight out in front of us. That fingers are up like we're saying stop. Breathe. And then on an exhale, the fingers drop toward the floor. The right hand provides some gentle pressure till you feel a stretching sensation. Right fingertips pressing on the left hand. And release out. Maybe shake the arms a little bit. And we'll take a side bend flow. So we're going to inhale both arms up by the ears. On an exhale, the right hand comes by the right hip on the chair. And we come up and over to a side bend to the right. And then inhale, both arms back up by the ears. Exhale, side bend to the left. And we'll just flow with your breath at your pace. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale through center. Exhale, side bend to the left. 2 more times on your own. Good. Release the arms down. So we'll start to build a little heat here. We're going to take 3 rounds of seated sun salutations. So we're going to inhale both arms up by the ears. On an exhale, we're going to come to cactus arms and tilt the torso a little bit forward, low belly in. And on an exhale, come to your forward fold, whatever that looks like for you. Maybe the forearms stay on the knees and the head hangs heavy, or the torso drapes over the thighs. Doesn't matter. Inhale, hands to shins. Let's halfway lift. So we're reaching the crown of the head forward, the shoulders away from the ears. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, right arm travels out and up to the sky. Exhale, release. Inhale, left arm out to the left and up. Exhale, release it down. Inhale, either hands come to the knees to help lift the torso up, or arms go wide. Arms come up by the ears, palms touch. Exhale, hands to heart center. 2 more like that. Inhale, the arms up by the ears. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, tilt halfway forward. Exhale, your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, right arm sweeps out and up. Maybe the gaze follows the right hand. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale, left arm out and up. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale, rise it up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Last time, and I'll be quiet. All the way up. And hands to heart center. So let's just take a minute, let the hands rest on the thighs. Take a minute to lower your gaze or close your eyes. Notice if the heart's beating a little bit faster with all that movement. Nice. Go ahead and blink open the eyes, and we're going to come up to stand. And we're going to stand with our back facing the back of the chair. And then we're going to take the left foot and it's going to point forward. The back foot's going to come back a little bit. So you want to be right up with your hip next to the back of the chair. So the legs are wide. The right toes are at about a 45-degree angle. And we might go for heel to heel alignment. And we're going to take the right hip and draw it forward just a little bit. And then we're going to take the left hand to the seat of the chair. And if that's not in your scope of practice today, bring the left hand to the back of the chair. And we're going to rise the right arm straight up to the sky for a modified triangle pose. So both legs are towards straight, if not straight. And the gaze can go up to the right hand if that feels good. But we're feeling this in the right side body, the outer right hip. Push down through that left hand so you're not collapsing into the left shoulder. And really reach the right fingertips to the sky. And breathe. Good. Release out. Bring the feet back together, and we'll take that on the other side. So now the right toes point toward the back wall. Left toes are drawn in to a 45-degree angle. Legs straight and strong and active. Left hip drawn a little bit forward. Right hand to the back of the chair or maybe the seat of the chair. And then the left arm extends straight up and it's facing the same direction as your face. The left palm is facing the same direction as your face. Push down through the right hand, reach up through the left. Gaze can be up, straight ahead, or down, whatever feels best in your neck. And breathe. Good. Gently release out. Stand back up. And we're going to do a little bit of a flow here. So we're going to face the back of the chair. And we're going to take that triangle pose again. So we're going to step that right foot back. Left foot is under the chair. Left hand maybe comes to the seat of the chair. Right arm extends up and we breathe. Good. Release out. Step the feet up. Other side, left foot steps back. Right hand plants, triangle to the right. So I'm just showing you two variations of a modification for triangle. Good. Come on up. And we're going to face the back of the chair. We're going to keep the left foot under the chair, and we're going to step the right foot back. Right foot's at a 45-degree angle. We're going to bend into that left knee for a warrior one pose. And maybe you push away from the back of the chair. Maybe the chin lifts so we get a little back bend action here. Maybe not. Good. Then we're going to come forward, bring the hands to the chair, and lift the right leg straight back. And exhale, release it down. Step the feet together. And step the feet back to downward facing dog. So we're lengthening the spine here. Good. Step it up. Step the feet back under the chair. And now we're going to step the left foot back. Bend into that right knee for warrior one on the right side. Maybe you find a little back bend with the chin lift here, maybe not. Good, then come back forward, hands plant on the seat of the chair, and we lift the left leg. And lower it down, hands come to the back of the chair, take your downward facing dog again. Good, rise up, bring that left foot forward. We'll take that in a little bit of a flow now. So warrior one to the left, and then come forward, lift the right foot for warrior three. Lower the right foot down, hands come to the back of the chair, step the left foot back, bend the right knee, warrior one to the right. Bring the hands forward, lift the left leg straight back for warrior three. Lower the left foot. Come on up, notice how you're feeling without any judgment or expectation. And we're going to take a half moon pose. So we're going to take the left hand to the seat of the chair. And we're going to see what it feels like to lift that right leg any amount off the floor. So it might be better to keep that left hand on the seat of the chair and the right hand stays on the right hip. Or it comes all the way up. So the right leg's extended straight up and out to the side. Right arm might be up to the sky or on the hip. Good. Lift it back up. This is a challenge today, huh? And we'll try that on the other side. So my right hip is to the right side of the chair. We're going to take the hand to the seat of the chair. Maybe that left hand, it might actually feel better to bring the left hand to the back of the chair, and you rise that left leg up any amount. A nice supported half moon pose. The hips are trying to stack on one another. Good. Release it down, and let's take a little down dog, up dog flow. So let's find our down dog with the hands on the back of the chair. Legs can be bent here as much as they need to be. Tons of length in the spine. Good. Then we're going to come up on the toes and bring the hips down. And exhale back to down dog. Inhale, come forward into a little bit of a plank or a little bit of a back bend, whichever. Let's flow a couple more times like that. Good. Come on up and let's find a seat again after all that. So we're going to come to seated, and we're going to bend the right knee, and maybe the right foot comes to the seat of the chair. If that's not an option, if you have blocks or a footstool, you can keep the right foot in front of you on your blocks or footstool, anything like that. Lengthen the spine. Good. And then we're going to reach that right arm forward inside of your right knee. So even if you're here, good. And then you're going to see what it feels like to maybe hug, whichever way works for you. Maybe the hand grabs the back of the chair, the side back of the chair, and you find a little forward fold. So if you're with the leg forward, you can always just hug. Just offering these options so that you can find something that works for you. Good. Gently lift it back up. And let's take a version of this on the other side. So the left knee bends, left foot either comes to blocks or to the seat of the chair. And then we extend the left arm forward to the inside of our left knee. And maybe it reaches back for the back of the chair. The torso's leaning forward and the head drops. The other option is just to hug the left arm around the left knee. Both versions are perfect. We're not pretzels. We're just trying to challenge our flexibility a little bit. Good. Gently release out. Come on up. Both feet come back to the floor, and we'll take 3 rounds of cat-cow again. So on an inhale, we arch the back, draw the shoulder blades together, chin lifts. Exhale, reverse it, scoop out the belly, widen the shoulder blades. 2 more. And come on, back up to neutral, and we're going to take the knees out to a wide angle. The knees are in line with the toes, so the toes are kind of out at an angle too. And we'll inhale both arms up by the ears, and on an exhale, either the elbows come to the knees and the head hangs heavy, or the hands find your blocks or your footstool or the floor for a wide leg forward fold. Slow, deep breaths. Again, concentrating on letting go of any negative or unwanted thoughts or ideas or things that have happened in your past, and making space for new growth, just like spring. Good. Nice and easy. Lift it all back up. So here's where you have the option of getting on the floor. So I'm going to show you how you can do this without being on the floor first, and then I'm going to get on the floor. So if getting on the floor is not in your practice, just stand behind the chair, We're going to bring our hands into prayer hands, elbows on the back of the chair, feet kind of wiggle back, and we let the chest and the head drop. This can be somewhat intense, so play with it. If it doesn't feel good, don't do it. The other option, so stay there if you're not getting on the floor. The other option is to kneel down in front of the seat of the chair and do the same thing. Elbows come to the seat of the chair and the head hangs heavy. So there's also the option of moving the elbows towards the back of the chair and letting the forehead rest on the seat of the chair. Just a big shoulder stretch. Or the elbows come to the front of the chair and the head hangs heavy in the middle. Good. Go ahead and release out. And you can either stay on the floor, so if you're on your knees, stay there. If you're standing, I'm going to show you that one first. We're going to take Cobbler Pose, so either with another chair or a couch. So if you need to pause this and go grab what you need, go for it. So Cobbler Pose is the soles of the feet together, the knees drop open wide. We lengthen the spine. Breathing into the hips. If you're up for a floor practice today, you can do this again seated in front of the chair. Soles of the feet together, knees wide. And then you maybe find any kind of forward fold. This can be done when you're up in your chair too. Just find any kind of forward fold that works for you over your Cobbler Pose. Slow, deep breaths. So with Cobbler's Pose, the closer the heels are to the groin, the more intense. The further the heels are away from the groin, the less intense this is. So decide what your body wants today and go there. Find your forward fold and breathe. And gently lift up out of your forward fold. And again, whether you're seated on the chair or if you're on the floor, either way is perfect. But we're going to take some cat-cow, just 3 rounds here in Cobbler Pose. So maybe your hands grab the chair and you inhale for cow and exhale for cat. So feel the pelvis rocking forward and back. And come on back up to neutral. We're going to leave the left leg where it is, and we're going to extend the right leg forward. So that left foot can be at the calf or up by the thigh. And again, this can be done seated on the couch or seated on the chair with another chair or a couch. Flex the right foot. So the left knee is bent, right leg is extended forward. Inhale, lengthen the spine. And on an exhale, find any kind of forward fold over that right leg. Right toes are flexed. And you're breathing. And gently rise up, and we'll switch sides. So now the left leg extends straight. The right knee bends and goes out to the right. Right foot either to the calf of the left leg or the left inner thigh. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Flex that left foot strongly. And on an exhale, find your forward fold over that straight left leg. You can close your eyes, settle into this pose, staying present in the body. Remembering that left leg is active. And gently rise it up. And then we're going to take the legs wide. So again, if you're seated in your chair and you've got a couch or a bed or something close by, whatever you can do to support a wide leg. And again, we're going to lengthen the spine first. And the legs are active. We know they're active because the feet are flexed strongly. So we're keeping the action in the legs. Inhale, lengthen the spine. And exhale, maybe you find any kind of forward fold here. Keep breathing. And gently rise it up. Bend the knees. And we're going to bring both legs together in front. And maybe you reach back and remove any fluff that you might have back there. Feel the sit bones rooted into the earth. The legs are strong and active, feet flexed. And let's inhale, both arms up by the ears. And one more time, find your forward fold over two straight legs. Doesn't matter how far you go. Yoga is not about being able to touch your toes. Yoga is being open to learning what you can about yourself as you move towards that. It's what you learn on the way down. Keep the legs active and keep breathing. Nice and slow. Bring it back up. And just find staff pose here. So that is seated with the legs extended forward. Either you're on your chair or on the floor. And the legs are supported by another chair or whatever you have handy. But keep the legs active, the spine long, straight. Remember what we did earlier, trying to balance the head directly over the shoulders. Imagining that straight spine, shoulders back and down. That perfect posture. And then release. All right, so we're going to settle in for Shavasana. You have the option of seated in your chair, lying down on the floor or a couch or a bed, or resting your head on your hands. One option, if the floor is feeling okay for you, I might invite you to bring the calves, the back of your calves, to the seat of the chair, and then lower the torso to the floor for Shavasana. This can be really nice for relaxation. Helps with circulation, or you can put legs up the wall, whatever works. But go ahead and take a few minutes to get yourself settled and comfortable for your Shavasana. For our meditation on spring. So wherever you are in Shavasana, go ahead and Lower your gaze or close your eyes, feeling the effects of the class reverberate in your body. And just begin to take some slow, deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. And then just resume normal, even breaths through your nose. And bring to mind any thoughts, ideas, or beliefs that have become stagnant, non-serving, or irrelevant. And either one by one or all at once, see if you can connect to what their original purpose was. Do they have a reason for still existing? Is there something further to explore, or is the energy ready to be dissolved and returned to its purest form? When you come to the realization that it's time to let go of mind clutter, much in the same way you would give away an old jacket that you never wear anymore, thank it for having served its purpose and taken any learning or wisdom it has to impart. Next, imagine seeing it dissolve like a morning layer of fog as the sun shines through, or visualize erasing it from a chalkboard to reveal a fresh, clean slate. And once you've cleared away that which no longer needs to occupy your mind, spend some time connecting to the open space you've created in your internal world. The space that you've cultivated doesn't mean the mind is now empty. Rather, see it as being filled with the element of space, which represents pure potentiality. And now invite a new thought or belief in the form of an intention for something you would like to manifest in the coming days, weeks, or months. Perhaps there's an old idea that you want to take off the shelf, dust off a bit, and revisit. Bring your new intention to the forefront of your mind and imagine planting it like a seed in the fertile soil of your soul, and then ask the universe to orchestrate the mechanics for its fulfillment on your behalf. Then let go of the intention, trusting that the universe will work out the details. We'll have a couple minutes of silence, resting in the trust of the universe. Gently begin to deepen your breath. Invite some small movements to your fingers and to your toes. And then extend the arms up by the ears, the legs out in front. Give yourself a big stretch, reaching in both directions. And then letting it all soften. If you're on the floor, go ahead and roll off into the fetal position. And then push down into the earth with your hands to come up to an easy seated position. Once there, we'll all press our palms together in front of our heart center as our symbol of closing this sacred time you've made for yourself today that we've shared together as community. And carry with you this week, this month, the idea of releasing what's no longer serving us and inviting something new or reinventing something old that can serve us moving forward. My soul honors your soul. I commend the place in you where the Spirit resides. I admire the place in you that is of love, light, truth, and peace, because it's also within me, and in sharing these things, we are united. We are one. Namaste. Thank you. I hope you had a good practice, and I will look forward to seeing you next time. Bye-bye.